think anyway. I'll share only the screen edge. New tab. Okay, so there was some issue. So we are going to Google. Open Colab. So my account is already there, so it will open. Google Colab, you can search, or you can directly go to research.google.com. Okay, so you can use the research.google.com. Just not taking me to Colab, so let me go back to. This is okay. It should have gone there. Okay, it has to be collab.research.google.com. Let me share this link. Mine is already there, so it will open it. Let me see. I'll just share with you. 1 minute. Huh? Mine will open. I don't want that to open. Let's sign out. That's okay. I prefer to keep the notes also there. So let me share the link with you. Okay, so this is the link. It's sending. Okay, so you can use this link and create your account and use Colab, and it's very easy. So you can have a new notebook. This is again going to no. That's great. So it's not going anywhere else. It is just opening here only, and that's good enough. So AIML, we use actually already one. So this you can rename this. Otherwise, it will be untitled. There's no point. Now you can add the text. You can add the code. You can add the text. You can write whatever you want. You can say welcome to AIML. And I'll make it bold. Okay. Fine. Fair enough. So what you can do is, let me show you how to run it. So print welcome to AIML. Run it from here. First time whenever Colab runs, it takes time. Otherwise, it won't be taking time. It is fast. But it depends on your speed of the internet. It all depends on the internet speed, so depends. Teams crashes sometime. Okay, anyway. So you can see that it's very simple. So whatever code you want to do or whatever notes you want to put, you can put the notes, and I'll be sharing my GitHub library also, where I have put most of the codes which I have used for my other classes. यहाँ से ये you have save a copy in GitHub. You have an option. If you have an account there, you can create and save it there also, or you can save it on the drive, which is by default it is on Google Drive, or you can simply copy it in GitHub, right? And ये GitHub का जो link है, I'll be sharing with you, because if you want to learn something more in Python, and from the basics, everything is there, and I have some videos also, so that also I can share with you, but that is for my classes, but that's okay. If it can help them, is fine. Okay, fine. So let's hope it doesn't crash again. But let's it happens with teams and has happened many times with me. So ये होता रहता है, it doesn't matter. So I was trying to actually log in from my mobile also, but somehow it did not work out. But anyway, so first thing is we have to use Colab for everything, and the notes and all every I will be putting here also. So if whenever I am writing, like suppose I'm talking about AI, I'll be putting the notes here, and then I'll be sharing it with you in the GitHub repository. In GitHub repository में कहते हैं ये record भी ठीक है. You can use the recording and then you can actually correlate with that. Okay, what is going on there? So you can see that also. Okay, so this is the starting how we are going to do. And let's, since you all know the basics of Python, so I can skip that part and I can directly go to AI. Okay, let me see what is AI. What do you understand by AI? So you can answer. I have no objection. I would like to have like 1 minute. Let me just stop sharing so that I can have bigger screen. Huh? Now I have stopped sharing. It is not required anymore for today. I'll be using it regularly, but not required now. So, what do you understand by AI? Who can tell me? I like participations. I don't like people sitting there. I can talk, keep on talking, but it makes no sense if it is not, there is no interaction. Okay. So let's see who can tell me what is AI. What do you understand by AI?
Uh,
Artificial intelligence.
so
Yeah.
basically, machines doing the work where it typically require of human intelligence.
Okay. Good enough. Fair. So let's understand when we created the computers, they were like typing typewriters. You just type everything, you get everything, and that is what was the purpose of the computers, more of typing machine than anything else. Okay. Then came the computation. They thought that it can do a lot of computation, and AI started way back in 1950s. We came to know about the computers very late, but AI started the moment they started designing the computers. They started thinking that how the computer can think like a human being, right? For that, you have to understand the human architecture, the architecture of the brain, how the brain functions, how the brain understands. Okay, we have neurons. I'm not sure how much many of you know about comfortable or rather comfortable with bio, but we have nerves, neurons, and millions of neurons are again connected with neurons, and they carry on and on. That I'll be showing you the architecture of AI later on. So that I'll be taking that and showing you that also. But for now, you have to understand that the brain takes studies and it reacts. Right? It gives you all the instructions what it has to be done. It gives the instructions to the eyes. It gives instructions to your hands, legs, everything. Every part of the brain of the body is controlled by the brain. Brain controlled by the. So now suppose my system computer. It is a computation machine. So, it depends on all the algorithms. But how a mathematical algorithm can think like a brain? That is the challenge what AI has, right? So we have designed a few algorithms, not we, rather scientists have designed few mathematical algorithms based on which they think that a computer can actually work like a human being. Why I say think? Because till now, human intelligence is above any AI, right? So you don't have a human intelligence, nothing more than human intelligence. That is it, right? Because even if you look at the computers, they run AI is run by human being only, right? We are running it. So human intelligence is much more above AI. But when I say but, it can be programmed and it can work better than human beings. And one thing which comes into mind is that the difference between a machine and a human is the sentiment human has, right? What sentiments we have, a machine won't be having any sentiments as such, right? That is what we think. But if a machine starts having sentiments, what will happen? And that is where the scientists are working. We are working on sentiment analysis using text, audios, videos, images, right? Everything. We are working on everything. The only negative of this thing is they start the machines start or robots, your robots start thinking, and it can create a chaos sometimes. Intelligent machines are good, but can be dangerous also. But then you know, you are having a superior brain than the human than any computer brain, so it doesn't matter. So it will take some time that humanoids. If you have heard of humanoids, have you heard of humanoids? Humanoids. Humanoid के बारे में सुना किसी ने? Anybody?
So they are the robots which
Right,
act like
right,
humans.
like, right.
Yeah.
Like we have in China and other countries, Japan also, the news readers. You must have seen. So, one was very famous there. So these humanoids, they actually work, but what has been programmed it, that is what they're speaking. But they look exactly like human beings. So differentiation is little difficult. If you look at their eyes, then you can actually make the difference. Otherwise, mm, it's very very hard to detect what is the difference between a human being and a humanoid, right? Right. Now, since you guys are from mechanical, I think all of you are from mechanical, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I'll be relating it with that only. There's no point in going into other things, right? Text analysis and सब कुछ होता है. So I'll be relating your AI machine learning with mechanical engineering, where it is going to be used or where it is used. Okay. So let's see. We have the top companies using AI these days. And when we say AI, actually, it is more like fooling the people and telling that we are using artificial intelligence by just using few lines of codes and telling you, okay, this is that, and actually it is mechanical work which is done by the machines, right? And that can be controlled using other things also. You don't have to code for that. You don't have to write the programs for that. But yes, if you look, recently I had a look at Volvo P9. That is one of the topmost model, and that system, that machine, I call it machine. It's a car actually, Volvo car. I drove, and that is actually intelligent. It has the back camera, the front camera, and it can guide you and detect, like you have Mercedes, you have, but what Merc has, it has sensors to its body, left, right, and all. They have the sensors, and it tells you, okay, okay, find something comes near you, so it gives you a sense. The sensor responds, and you know that it is there. But Volvo is one this machine I actually liked, and this front camera actually in 2014 we proposed for one of our MTech student that it should be in the front also. The camera should be in the front also. And when you propose something, then there are others also thinking the same way. It's not that you are the only one who is thinking. I have found that when I think of something, others are also thinking, and it comes out. The one who gives first actually scores, right? So whatever ideas you have, you should try to implement it rather than just having an idea and thinking over it. Okay, it can be done, it can be done. But those who implement, They are the winners actually. So that is what you have to do, and that is what actually we did not do. We did write the codes, we did suggest, we did write a paper on that, but we did not proceed further. We did not actually went on or suggest any industry that okay, you should be using a front camera also. What we were doing is the lane detection and the object detection using the front camera, so that can be done. So that is easy. So when you come to machines like your cars, your automobiles, any automobile, the role of AI is very very important, and in future it is going to be very important. अभी उसमें क्या करेंगे? What you can do, you can even have the car drive on its own. That is already there somehow. Like we have in USA, they have the roads. Actually, they put the car there, and it just drives you through. But in India, it is little difficult. You have a lot of traffic and a variety of traffic. So first thing is detection. How to detect. So image processing plays an important part in machine learning AI. यहाँ पे आपके लिए बहुत important होगा, ठीक है? Machine इसमें your data analysis definitely is there. That is important. But as far as images are concerned, it is also important because when you detect an object, like we designed one code a long time, 2014, 15, I think, 15 or 16, I think, that was to avoid the car crashes. So it can be done using the radars. You can put the radars and the data it receives the distance it calculates from the incoming traffic. So it can detect that. It can tell you. You can use cameras. So both the things are there. Data, you have to work on the data and manipulate the data, or you have an image and then you have to convert the image and see what is happening. So that also can be done. I'll come to that, but let me tell you the possibilities it has, right? So you can avoid the car crashes from the incoming traffic or from the traffic coming from any other direction. For that, you require your machine learning, AI, definitely. And when we talk about machine learning, actually, machine learning is very basic of any learning technique. It is very, very basic. We have deep learning now, and we have transformers now, right? So that is more advanced, and it gives you more accurate results, and you can have more predictions based on that. So whatever I'm saying, actually, I'll give you a little notes also on that. But we are already recording, so you can have the recording also. But anyway, so this is more of an introduction today. So I'll be using and telling you how AI works and how we are using and how to code it. But anyway, coming back to the cars, the crash, you can avoid the crashes, right? You can uh, uh, have your car go take the right direction. So, and if it goes left, right, too much left or too much right, or rash driving, it can avoid. But that is possible only when all the systems, all the traffic on the road take is using AI, machine learning. That is not possible. It's not that it is not possible that to have the thing. But suppose, like I was talking about the crash. Now, I know my system tells me that the car coming from the opposite direction can hit me, right? But if I stop or it stops automatically, I can apply the brakes automatically. I can the car can apply the brakes automatically and it can stop. But will the incoming vehicle stop? It may not, because it may not be having AI, or the driver may not see you, or the driver may be drunk, or a driver is sleepy, right? What will happen in that case? That is In that case, if the incoming vehicle also has AI same system or similar system, then only it can actually be of any use, right? So integration is required. So it will take time. The systems will come, and machines will come, the vehicles will come with AI, which will be having AI. So you have a huge market waiting for you using AI. You can do wonders, and you can design your vehicles in such a way that they are very very safe. That is why I looked at Volvo. It is supposed to be the safest car, right? And there are hardly any crashes, but you never know. Things can happen and things can go wrong. In India you have lot of traffic and different variety of traffic, so it is different places, different things. But you are lucky that you are in India, and you can do actually more than any other country can do with the vehicles using your machine learning, your artificial intelligence. AI and ML is actually the same thing. I don't want to club things and confuse the guys. AI is artificial intelligence is actually the bigger brother, and you have the branches like machine learning, deep learning, and transformers, right? You don't have. I don't see. Let me see that. एक minute, huh? I'm just checking the syllabus. I don't think you have the deep learning. Machine learning is there only, so you don't have supervised and supervised training. You have very basics of AI. Only machine learning is there, so I don't see any deep learning there. But in any case, the course I can finish, and that is not an issue. But if you are interested, I can tell you actually about deep learning also. Yeah, it doesn't have any linear regression and all is there. Arrival is for life, for fitting, bagging, random buys, knife. Oh yeah, it is all basic DCT and all. So you just have very basics of machine learning in your course, but once we finish the course, we can actually get to know something more. If you are interested, I can tell you, because the future is deep learning and transformers. But if you just want to stick to the course, that is your choice. I can teach you. I can give you more things, right? So I have experience of 28 years of coding, right? And I'm using AI for last 20 years. When people did not even know what AI is, I started doing that. So I actually started with MATLAB in 93, 95, 93, 95. Yeah, 93 and 95 was the peak when I was using that. I was a distributor, so I used MATLAB, and I was training the DRDOs and the researchers how to use MATLAB, how to use AI, how to use neural networks, what neural network was, what fuzzy logic is. I don't see any fuzzy logic also there. So it is more on machine learning. But that's okay. I can use machine learning and do wonders. That's okay. That's not a problem at all. And I'll teach in such a way that even if it is not in the course, and even if you're not interested in learning deep learning or transformers, you if you even if you work on it, as you see anywhere, you will be able to adapt to it easily without any problems, right? नहीं भी पढ़ोगे तो इस तरीके से पढ़ा देंगे कि आप आगे जाके अपने आप ही पढ़ सकते हो, right? That is absolutely no issues. So we are more on into practical things. Practically we will be doing things and learning, because I always believe that learning process is better through practicals, right? So lab we have labs also on Saturdays, so we'll have to adjust the timing and all according to your things, because my Saturday is a free Saturday. So but other days I'm working full time. Throughout the day I'm having my research work and all, so we can do that anyway. Coming back to the machine learning part, So we have the machine learning, what we have seen in the course, and deep learning is there. So it is just how it is to be added. I'll tell you, and then you can do it on your own. But what is important here is the data, right? When I was talking about the image processing, you don't have to think of image as a static object. It is just not an image. I see a matrix in that. There is a matrix as a two-dimensional or a three-dimensional, depending on the colors. If it is an RGB image, then it has to be three dimensions, right? For the red channel, for the green channel, and for the blue channel, right? It is all data. Image is nothing but data, a matrix, right? So that is there. So we'll be using and seeing that also. But first I have to teach you the algorithms, how it is there, what linear regression, how we can apply linear regression or different algorithms of AI, yeah, machine learning rather, not AI. I won't call it AI. AI is a big branch. So it is just a part of AI, machine learning, and practically we can see a lot of things and we can cover a lot of things. So that is there. We can do. Oh, it just disappears sometimes. Interesting. Teams is actually not very uh, stable somehow. But yes, I'm using web version. I'm not using the desktop version. Although I was using it earlier, it was perfectly fine, the desktop version, but it is not letting me log in through my desktop version. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Now, so what we are going to do, you have to be interactive. You have to come up with your questions. Whatever you have in mind, just ask me. You don't have to worry about anything. And don't think that a question is stupid. Questions are never stupid. It comes in your mind, right? So something which comes in your mind can never be stupid, right? So don't worry about that. You whether the question, how you, the others will think of the question. The questions come, and I was taking one class in DAV Jalandhar. We had around 300 students that day somehow, and they asked me very interesting questions. I really loved that, about the helicopters and all. They were from electronics background, but that's okay. But they had very interesting questions, and although they were like kids, like BTech students only, first year and second year students, they had queries, and I had to answer them, and I answered them. So that was not an issue. So if you have any queries, if you think that you can do something good using your course, and you can develop something, I'll be there with you to help you out and design the things. So machine learning, AI, whatever you call it, I call it machine learning only. AI is the big brother. So I'll be giving you the theoretical part. We have now class on Friday, so we have a longer class. So I'll be using the theory there, telling you all what the theoretical part of AI is, and then practically on Saturday we'll see how we can work on the algorithms which are there for machine learning. Right? We have the k nearest neighbors. I don't know why people tease that. K nearest is actually for communication purpose. It was developed for communication, but k nearest is used a lot of time. But for scheduling algorithm, you can use it. For scheduling, you can always use that. Right? Any questions, guys? Any questions? Do you have any questions?
No, sir. No question.
Okay. Any queries? You want to know something?
Sir, can you share the syllabus in the Teams?
Yeah,
The
yeah, I'll
course
do that.
syllabus.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'll share the syllabus there,
Yeah.
and I'll share it today, and you can have a look at the syllabus. There are two actually. One is for theory, and one is for the lab. So I'll be sharing both of that. Right.
All right, sir. All right.
So I'll be sharing it, and then we can have a proper class from Friday. So this was just an introductory. I just wanted to know the things and just wanted to give you an introduction of what can be done using machine learning, right? So that we can do. And if you have any queries or anything, just you can message me, drop a message, or you can put it in the chat, or you have the in Teams also you can put, and I'll revert to you. Right? Fine.
All right, sir.
Chalo, then we'll be meeting on Friday now. The class is in the morning, 9 I think, 9 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
So,
Okay.
yes.
So there
Thank
it's a 2 hour class. So we'll be having the working on Friday. Okay. See you then, guys. Have a nice
Okay, sir.
time. Have a nice day. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye.